You guys know I'm a fan of history and the past and cool things that are still around, including hopefully me. Am I a cool thing that's still around? I hope so. For a while at least. All right. So we're going to shave today with something that was, oh, I gave it away already. Dang it. I need to figure this out. We're going to shave with something that was made in 1918 and a product that came out in 1919. I'm going to use the Barbasol, this new Jurassic Park can. You can buy it now in stores near you. They sent this to me for free, so I got that going for me, which is nice. All right, so we're going to use some Barbasol. We're going to use this Gillette razor from 1918. It's one of those, what do they call it, the old style, something or other. I don't know, but I've had it for a while. I got it for cheap, and you've seen it before. If you have, if you haven't, then here it is. So I got a feather blade in there, got a razor blade in there. This thing shaves as beautifully today in 2023 as it did over 100 years ago. Where was this thing in 1929 when the stock market crashed? Where was this, in a drawer somewhere? Was it still being used? I wish this thing could talk. Where the heck's it been all this time? All right, I know where I just was. I took a shower, did my hair, gonna put some hot water on my face. Ooh. And, I get contacted by, all right, time to put some Barbasol on. Time to put some Barbasol on. We're going to use the new can. I'm going to crack it open for the first time. It's got the little top on it. Shake it up. Barbasol. Bobby Barbasol. Okay, so like I said, I get things sent to me, as I did with this one. Thank you, my friends over at Barbasol. And it's always soaps and razors and things like that. And, I'll get tons of emails from companies that are like, please, can you using this, special speaker? Or, it's always like some weird, obviously a scammy kind of thing. I don't know. But then I got contacted by a company that makes giant, like home theater chairs. Like the kind you sit in when you go to the movies nowadays. Let's start shaving, by the way. Got the Barbasol on. We'll talk. Let's talk while we shave. Go real carefully with this because it's a pretty aggressive razor. And it's just as simple as a razor can get. It's just a thing to hold a blade, and to shave your face. Anyway, so when you go to those fancy movie theaters these days and they have chairs that have a cup holder with an LED light in it and it can lean back. Well, I was contacted by this company that makes these things, and they said, hey, we want to send you one to try. It's like, so I emailed back and said, I don't really do that kind of stuff. I just do shaving things. I don't know if I'm a good fit. And like, well, you could, if you want to, you could, just make a video with it. You're a men's style and grooming sort of channel, I guess. I don't know what I am. And so I sent another email. I'm trying to to say, you don't have to. I don't know if it's a good fit, but they kept saying, well, look, if you want it, we'll send one to you. All you got to do is make a video reviewing it. So I sussed it out, looked around, saw a bunch of other videos where they'd done this. They'd sent it to other influencers. Not that I'm that, but I saw a couple. There was this one lady like in Beverly Hills that had like these supercars. And she had a couple of these things they'd sent her. So like, well, I guess it's on the up and up. So I said, okay, you can send it here. I'll make a video. And because I'm naive to this whole product review stuff, I mean, normally, yeah, they send me a razor. They send me some soap. I know I'm keeping the razor and the soap. But this theater chair thing that you got to plug in and leans back, and I don't even know. This thing costs like $2,000. So I've been in contact with the company over the past couple of weeks, just sussing it out. Seems to be on the up and up. So at some point, I guess, in the future, I'll be reviewing this giant movie theater chair, which I'm excited about. If this actually comes through. And I said, maybe I'll make a video of me shaving in the chair. And they're like, well, maybe, why don't you do this instead? I was like, yeah, that's a better idea. I like their idea better. So if it arrives, I'll tell you all about it. If not, I'll tell you all about it, I guess. And there's the first pass done as we chatted. All right, hot water. Use a lot of water when you do the wet shave, folks. I mean, Seems obvious, right? Don't be afraid to use a ton of water, as long as you're not, rationing it or something. Don't waste water. Oh boy, it's not as bad anymore, but I used to get so many people complaining about my one of my first videos where I had the water running the whole time like this. And oh boy, did I hear it. For years. It finally, I think I pinned a note at the top that said, if you watch my other videos, you'll see that I never did this again. But I tell you, that one mistake on the internet, folks, and this is good for, as parents of teens and preteens and anyone else that's going to grow up in this digital age, the internet is forever. Any mistake you make, anything you get in trouble for is going to be there for the rest of your life. Even if you think it's not, it is. And it'll be on there when you go to interview for a job and they Google your name, or if you try to go to a school and they Google your name and you've done something so silly and irresponsible. So don't do those things. Don't do anything that you're going to regret later on. Anyway, that seems pretty common sense. And coming from a Gen Xer like me, and I don't know if you young folks will even listen. It's the new digital form of scaring a student into saying, this is going to be on your permanent record. Do you remember that? You see old TV shows and movies. That was a well-used, well-worn trope. If you get an F in class, that'll be on your permanent record. If you skip school, that'll be on your permanent record. Well, looks like they didn't know it, but that permanent record is not just in school anymore. It's everywhere your whole life. So be smart, folks. Just think about it for a second. Just think about it for a second before you act, okay? Believe me, if you just stop and take that time. Any hoozles. Shaving right along here, folks. We are deep into October. Was it the 12th? We just had John Lennon's birthday on October 9th. Happy birthday to you, John, belatedly. If it wasn't for John Lennon, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. I mean, I've always been sort of a performer. I did some acting in high school. I did a little bit of drama. I did a French poetry recitation speech in middle school that I actually won first prize on. I had to memorize this French poem and recite it in front of this panel of like 4 judges. 3 or 4 was sitting there. And it's just me in this classroom in some old school that I didn't go to. It was on the other side of town. And I had this thing memorized. I have no idea what it was now. But I had it memorized and I did it. I performed it in front of recited it. And you got to act it out. It's not just about memorization. It's about, making them feel something. Kind of like a good song does. And so at the end of the day, when they were doing the awards, they're like, all right, 4th place, so-and-so, so-and-so. And me being me, I'm like, I'll probably get 3rd place or something. And they go 3rd place, so-and-so. I'm like, dang it. 2nd place. And by this time I'd written off. And then they said, 1st place, Sinatra Lennon. I was like, what? So that was probably the first thing, the bug that got me to be a performer. How did I start talking about this? God, I don't know. I apologize. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to wash off my face here. This is such an efficient razor. This is one of the simplest razors. It's one of the most efficient, no nonsense. I mean, if you want to try a safety razor and you like cool old stuff, you can buy these all day long on eBay. You can find them in antique malls. These aren't a popular item necessarily, unless you get like some fancy kit or something. Everyone wants the Fat Boys and whatever else, all the real sexy razors. But this one is a workhorse. It's one of the first ones ever. I can't say enough good things about it. All right, we're gonna do one last little thing. Just the problem areas. I've got a couple of nicks there on my neck. A little neck nick. Neck nick. Do. Thank you very little. All right. Let's put that down. All right, we're going to do the problem areas, which are from the earlobe to the Adam's apple. In my case, your case, I'm sure will be different. In fact, I know it will, unless you're me somehow. Black Mirror. Goosebumps. I was too old. Goosebumps was after my time, but my kids have watched it. And I always thought it was so cute. My youngest, when he first started watching it, called it Ghost Bumps. Dad, can we watch Ghost Bumps? Oh, the kids today, huh? Am I right? With their rock and roll music and they're doing the twist. Goodness gracious, what are we going to do with these kids these days? All right. We're just getting precision, surgical stuff here, folks. Yeah, that's what's happening. All right, well, that's it. Another good one down. Another in over 100 years of shaving. I don't know. I wish I knew. All right, let's wash off and get on with our day, shall we? Ooh. You know what I need to do? I need to put on a little thingy. I need to get the thingy out here. Here we go. Here's the thingy. The alum. The alum for any nicks and cuts. Ouch, ouch. It does sting a little bit. Push past it, you'll be all right. You'll feel like you actually did something. Like I say, it's like eating something spicy, putting this stuff on. You know you're alive, folks. You know you're alive. All right. Let that sit for a second. And then we're going to dry off like this Barbasol can. I'm going to put it back in the thingy. I keep using that thing, thingy, that name, that word. You keep using this word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Here's how the new Barbasol, as you guys know, and the original, or not original, one from the 80s. The old Dennis Nedry. Never gets old. Never gets new, either. All right, see, got some shaving cream there. All right, that's enough time. That's enough time. And if little specks of blood reappear later, I usually notice that when I'm in the car. I'll notice like a little speck of blood that I didn't get. I'll just go, look in the mirror, rub it off with spit. Ew, sick. Gotta do what you gotta do, folks. I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride. Okay. All right, what are we going to use here? So we did the 1918. Barbasol was created in 1919, and they have a product called Barbasol 1919 Aftershave. I love this stuff. If you haven't tried it, it's a beautiful lotion. It doesn't burn at all, and it smells great. I love the smell of this stuff. I need a candle this scent now, to my friends at Barbasol. I need a candle that scent. Ooh, just a Barbasol scented candle. You know they're making all kind of crazy candles these days, right? All these soy candles that smell like, you know, different parts of movie stars and things like that. And, you know, I've seen some I got one that smells like Fruit Loops, for goodness sake. It smells like the cereal. It smells great. So put that into a candle. Put this into a candle. Oh, and make the candle shaped like that. But you take the top off and there's a candle. Come on, Etsy. Come on, Etsy. I guess I could do that. Use one of these up, cut the top off surgically, fill it up with candle, wax, put the top back on, you can take it on and off. Ah, see? You can use that. Whoever, that's yours. Free reign. Whoever wants to do it, just send me one as payment. All right, that's it, folks. Gosh, I love the smell of this stuff. So good. All right, well, thank you, Barbasol. Thank you, Gillette. And thank you, and thank you, YouTube and iPhone and everybody else. But here's all the stuff I used today. I used the little 1918, the Barbs, and the Barbs 1919. And that's it. I'm done. Time to go, folks. All right. Have a great weekend. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all very soon. And I'll keep you up to date on that crazy theater chair. I don't think there's any room in this house for it, or if it'll fit, or what we'll do with it. But I'm excited. I don't know.